Welcome back everyone to episode 2 of Redstone for Complete Beginners, and today we're going to be talking about redstone layout and mechanisms. Basic redstone layout and mechanisms. So let's launch our world. Same stuff that I had in my head last time. The same stuff we're going to talk about. Don't need the war anymore. Except we're going to add one more thing, and that is a torch. Alright, so we're going to be talking about redstone, length, layout, the torch, and that's essentially it for today. Nice and quick. So let's grab an input device. And what input devices are devices that allow you to send redstone inputs. We'll get into that in a next episode or later episode. We're just going to use a torch for now. Alright, a lever, not torch. And let's see, spin around and pick a block. Closing my eyes, spinning, click. Okay, let's not use that. Alright, so let's use something else here. Let's go with emerald blocks. Great block in the game. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to talk about redstone length. Redstone can travel a maximum of 15 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now it could be 15 like that. It could be 15 like this. It doesn't really matter. It goes 15 blocks. And let's go over to here. Put that down. Put a lever on it. Or just do this. Flick it, and as you can see, the redstone right here at the 15th mark is still lighting up. We put one past, does not light up, so it goes to a maximum of 15 blocks. And now let's talk a little about the redstone direction. Right now this is one directional, so like if I were to put, I don't know, let's say a torch on a block right here, nothing would happen to it. This is not pointing at this block. However, if I put a block here, since the redstone is pointing at this block, or if, for instance, if the block was right here and the redstone was on top of it, this block is considered powered. It means it has a powered input going into it. And now, with powered blocks, they can actually send redstone through them. So if we grab a repeater, which we'll talk about again in a later episode, more in detail, they can actually pull power from a powered block. But if this wasn't on, that's not going to happen anymore. And they don't get charged or anything, they just have an on or off state only. So, now talking about that, if this block is powered, any block that's powered that a redstone torch is on, the torch will turn off, like this. It's on by default, but will turn off like that. This is what is known as a NOT gate. For some reason, I just call it an inverter, because that's really what it is. No, there's no real, shouldn't be a fancy name for it, but now you can have redstone like that, or let's say it's not going straight in, you can have it go on top. Or like if you have a block up like this, you can have it come on top right here. And the block is still considered to be powered, so the torch is still off. Now that we're talking about the torch, we might as well get into some specifics of the torch. The torch is very useful in almost every redstone contraption and gate and things like that we'll talk about. And you can't put redstone right here on it, because this torch is technically a full block, so it's occupying the space. So that means it gives off a redstone signal to here. If we were to unpower this, which we'll just take this here, disconnect that. If we were to unpower this, this would turn off. If we power it, or unpower it, I should say, this will turn on. If we unpower it, or repower it, this will turn off. It's inverted, so on is off and off is on. That'll send redstone there. Torches can also send redstone down a block, because again, they're powering this whole block space. Like that. They can send it to the side. And what a neat thing they can also do is if you put a torch like this, and one on top, it'll power this block, 100% power it. And then I can put another torch on top, and it'll turn it off. This is known as a redstone torch ladder. So you can keep doing that for a really long time, and you can get a nice, easy, compact way to power something that's vertically up instead of having to go like up a staircase with just redstone. You can just power it like this, and then you can have a switch here that turns that all on, turns it all off kind of thing. So that's pretty neat about torches. Torches are very useful in lots of things, but you also have to remember that they are just a source of power as well. And you got to remember that you can't do something like this. You can't put a torch like that, and then a block on top, and then put redstone here. That makes it what is known as a redstone clock, and it's too fast for itself, and the redstone torch will burn out. Anytime redstone torch gets a input that is too quick for it, it'll do one of two things. It will either burn out, or if the pulse is really, really fast, the torch will not even accept the pulse, and we'll even see it as a actual redstone signal going towards it, which we'll talk about when we get to the clocks. So like that, you see, you heard that burnout sound, and it'll just turn off on itself. Now basically that's the torch. It's going to be used in lots of things, and can be used to do lots of things. So now let's talk a little bit more about redstone direction here. You can have redstone point in every direction except for diagonally, which you can't really power anything diagonally anyway, so why would you want to do that? And it still carries the same pulse, even though it's going on an angle like this. And that's the way redstone is. So right now this piece of redstone here, it's powering, it can be powered in 4 directions. Take that off, it's 3, 2, 1, or back and forth is 2. And this little blob, like we talked about in the first episode, is actually pointing in all 4 directions. Now to prove that to you, put a block here, 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 and here. And we're going to take a torch and put it on top of each one. And then we're going to power this block by putting a lever on it. And we're just going to flick the lever. Redstone will turn on, and it'll point to all 4 of these. And again, before the, I think, beta 1.6.4 update, so before like the new 1.6.4, a piece of redstone that was just by itself and not being connected or going any other way would look like this. Oops, like that on just one block. It'll look. Imagine if this block had none of this on here. That's what it would look like. I like that a lot better. It's a better visual representation. So the sun is setting, and that means the sun is setting on our little episode for today. So thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next episode, which we will discuss inputs and solid versus non-solid blocks.